Let's get straight into it. Lux September sits next to me. Lux, welcome to the conversation. You've been listening in. You've been busy all day long. You've been on the media run. You've been discussing all of these things. It's a pleasure to have you on Soccer Africa. Let's get straight into the first question. When did you find out, as CAF, when did Dr. Patrice Motsepe find out that the appeals committee had overturned the victory of Senegal for the Cup of Nations? Because everyone feels Dr. Patrice Motsepe would have had many days warning, could have changed it, would have called people aside and said, hey, listen, this is not okay, we need to talk. When did you find out?
First of all, thanks, Thomas. And when I listen to you guys argue, I realize maybe I should run, you know?
You're here now.
I thought it's too late to run.
And we've got security. We can't get out.
You guys had security by the door, and I was really tempted to run. But, I mean, this show is such an important show to African football. And it's correct that you guys debate something that is so relevant globally at the moment, you know? Because before we work in football, we are football fans. I know the CAF president is a very big football fan. So everybody in football, my assumption is that is a football fan. So in one way or the other, you've got some contact to it. So to answer your question, actually, you know, a lot of people have asked, I think they've got this question at the back of their mind. But
that he knew.
But I actually know, as a matter of fact, of what happened, because the appeals board said 2 days ago in Cairo, right? During the day, actually, the whole thing happened in Cairo. The president was in there. I was in Cairo, but I wasn't in the appeals board, of course, at that time. I actually know exactly the time he received the decision, because it was the same time I got the decision myself. So
the appeals board sends out what? An email?
Yeah, I mean, there's an administration part element to it. So what happens is this. The appeals board consists of judges and lawyers. It's all independent people. Not a single person from CAF sits there. And therefore, the president
Raymond
of
felt
CAF...
like the man from Tunisia is...
No, but, I mean, I don't want to play into passage talk. I can only give facts.
So he's not. Can we confirm he's not involved in the Football Association?
No, but let's look at the facts of what has happened, because all the sittings are governed by facts. You know, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Heck, but I work at CAF, and I don't know who was inside that room. He doesn't work at CAF. Of course, he's the former chairman of the disciplinary committee. So, because of the independence of the entire thing, there is almost a Chinese wall. The CAF president, by the way, it's important to give context. This is a second decision. It's not the first decision. And I heard you a bit earlier on, Thomas. The first decision was taken by the disciplinary board, disciplinary committee. Totally different decision. And at that time, I didn't hear people say the CAF president or whatever happened. So the DC takes one decision. The appeal board take a particular different decision to this. For me, if there is any interference, there should be uniformity in the decisions, right? Both bodies, I mean, I'm just using logic. Forget that I work at CAF. I'm just saying if there is an interference, there has to be this. And I think anyone here or anyone in Africa, for that fact, they know that for the president of CAF, integrity is at the heart of everything.
When did you find out? You're not giving me the answer. When did Dr. Patrice find out? You're saying he found out with everybody else?
No, it's a matter of fact.
With everybody else?
He found out, no, not with the media.
No, but I mean generally...
100%.
Not long before everyone else found out.
Listen, I know it's not a speculation for me what I'm saying. The president of CAF was sent the decision, same with, not with everyone at CAF, of course, there was a small group that received the decision. And I think an hour or so later, it was sent to the media, the decision. But obviously, after it was sent to the affected parties, of course, there's a process. We send it, the decision is sent, and obviously it's sent to the affected parties. And then after the affected parties are informed, it is then published.
Guys, are you all comfortable so far?
This is exactly what happened. I mean, it's a matter of fact.
Just are you comfortable? Is there anything that you want to debate? You're not feeling comfortable on what Lux is saying? Mamadou, let me go to you, Mamadou.
All right. I think we've been talking about this. The DC, the disciplinary committee, took a decision. Senegal did not appeal. Morocco appealed. Senegal was satisfied with the fine and everything.
Yes.
Because they knew it was a jackpot, they knew what they did. Is led by a Nigerian woman judge, highly respected in Nigeria,
Yes.
the country of Ida, from the Supreme Court. Very decent woman. Now, they took the decision based on their inquiries. They even interrogated all the cameras in the stadium. That's why the appeal committee exists. Now, after the appeal committee, you go to the CAS, to the Court of Arbitration. Now, we are all talking about this. People are very emotional because for the first time in African history, we have a president that doesn't meddle in committees, in disciplinary committees, in appeal committees, in referee committees. Everybody have full independence and transparency.
I'm going to a break.
That's what
Mamadou.
Africa was dreaming of.
I'm going to a break.
Now
Thank
that
you. Mamadou.
it's happening,
I'm going to a break.
people are
I'll be back after the
complaining.
break.
And look,
Mamadou
Senegal
has
even
been heard.
got
Trust
even
me.
their money.
I'll
They
get to
got
be quiet.
their
We'll be
check.
back after this. Welcome back. Now let's get back into this conversation. Lux September is with us. He's the man with CAF. And Lux, I am running out of time. So I'm going to need you to give me the short, sharp answers on these situations.
But you must know one thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, because when you commit to a principle like our president, Dr. Motsepe, has of the administration, the executive of CAF must not interfere or in any way, form, in a process that is ongoing. Because I'm told today that Senegal are going to appeal to CAS. By the way, I mean,
who's telling you?
No, by the way, I mean, earlier today, I mean, the president of CAF and the president of Senegal had a very good discussion.
The country or the association?
The association, yes.
Okay.
A very, very good discussion. I think in Africa, nobody doubts the integrity of the president of CAF. That's why I'm saying even my answers here are limited. I mean, I'm listening to your debate, by the way, and it's an amazing debate. But my answers are purely going to be ring-fenced around the issues of procedure and the process.
Okay, here's the process that we want to know about. Now that the decision has changed, are you fetching the trophy from Senegal?
No, I think I'm told there is a process that is, as I said, there is an appeal of the court.
But the actual trophy?
There is, no, Thomas, because there was, you can't separate the decision of the disciplinary committee to this decision. It's an ongoing process.
How do we undo this?
Because no, hang on.
There was celebration.
No, but there was a decision taken in the disciplinary committee which was completely different. And there was an appeal.
Yes.
And CAF gave space to the appeal to happen. And exactly now, CAF is not taking anyone's side on the matter.
That's fine, but the decision right now as it stands is
but no one...
Morocco are the champions as we stand right now.
No, but Morocco, remember what I'm saying to you, just 3 weeks earlier, there was a decision of the disciplinary committee. When it was appealed, CAF said, okay, let's watch. Remember, CAF is not a party. I mean, it's a party, but it's not, it doesn't take any of the sides.
There's no plan right now to go get the trophy.
We have to wait for the decision of CAS. We have to wait for that decision.
The Court for Arbitration for Sport.
Correct, because it's the final arbiter in sport. It's the highest decision-making body, and CAF is bound. By the way, every decision, if it's not appealed, CAF is bound to implement it.
As we stand right now, there is no appeal to CAF.
No, but Senegal have
the decision of CAF is made.
No, but Senegal have announced that they have appealed.
They will.
No, they have announced they have appealed.
They've done it now.
That's what they've said.
Yes. Okay.
To AFCON final, women's AFCON final. The first one was 2022. South Africa play Morocco in Morocco.
I was there with you.
South Africa win. And they go. The second final was Nigeria play Morocco. Nigeria win. And they go. I think in a situation like this, and I understand it's tempting to look and find many other reasons. We must all, again, okay, maybe it's because we have the burden of something you don't have, of disciplining our emotions to the processes that are there. In CAF's mind, of course, it's very clear that, I mean, the president of CAF has made it very clear that his first job is to protect the interest of 54 members of African football. In Dr. Petrie's mind, and I hear this nonsense sometimes of people say, he's in someone's pocket. What does he need from anyone?
Nobody.
What does he need?
Nothing.
Alex, let me
make my point. I'm not saying to you. No. I'm just addressing another issue. For the first time, we have a man that we can say, here's a person who can't be bought by anybody. You know, he might make decisions you don't agree with. We also sometimes don't agree with him, but it's normal. I mean, I'm sure you don't agree with everyone in life, but you cannot doubt his bona fide when he makes these decisions. And I can assure you, there is no point in life whereby he will ever make a decision that is not in the interest of the players. I don't know whether you guys are privy to this information. About a month ago, the president of CAF Dr. Mutsepe called an emergency exco in Tanzania. And on the agenda was the discussion of the final. And one of the people who was called in was the head of the referees. And it's probably the longest item I've been at CAF now for the last 5 years or whatever it is. It is the longest item debated at EXCO. I mean, I can't go into details because of confidentiality at EXCO. But I also know that every member of EXCO, the president of CAF went to everyone in that room. Everyone. They asked the head of the referees. And the president of CAF said, it's clear there has to be accountability because justice mustn't just be done.
Must be seen.
There must be perception as well.
To be done.
But there is you all know that there is a gap, a historical gap. CAF has been around since 1957, and I was listening to my dear brother Mamadou and Ida. There has been in the past an inherent trust deficit between African football and the people. It's not going to happen overnight that we close this.
Well, that man next door to you has a big trust.
There's a question I wanted to ask you because...
Bonsoir, mon frère.
Bonsoir.
Ça va?
Ça va, oui.
Ça va, mon frère.
Is it true that the referee that was supposed to officiate the game was changed?
You know, I've heard so many of these theories, and most of them is actually partial talk. What is happening, Thomas?
Is it true? That was a very
no. I don't. I mean, this is not true. This is not true.
He wasn't changed.
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Within a day or so of the final.
Not to the best.
Because what we heard in Senegal.
No. Let me tell you the facts.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we receive the appointments of referees from a CMS system, and once they are there, they can only be changed. And then when they are changed, there's a qualification of why it's being changed or whatever it is. In the system. Now, I don't know what happened in the referee's room, what was debated 2 weeks ago, I don't know. But in the system, there was one name which was loaded, and there was one name that came out.
Never changed?
Not to the best of my knowledge, because I am in the CMS system.
Now
if something happened before that, Thomas, that was in the referee's room, I don't know.
Ida, I want to challenge you, guy, and I'm going to come back to you because Raymond, I think... You know, Mr. Hack didn't really get to the point, but you still keep coming back to the referee's decision is final. And I'm saying to you, the referee's decision is final on the day of the game. But, and I'll just use the simple example. Bafana played, and you are one of those who wanted to benefit as Nigeria. We played Egypt. we played Lesotho. Won that game, 9-9 on the field, 100%. Referee went finished. Game is over. Then, a year later, 3 points were taken away from Bafana because something in the rules was wrong. The rules said, Bafana, you should not have played this player. You played him. Now you are no longer the winner of that game. I'm trying to understand that if I'm the appeals committee and I look at this situation, I go, okay, listen, what is being argued here is that this rule was broken. Now, we have the position, we can come back and say, listen, the rule was broken.
Thank you.
Now let's go back and say,
Yes, Thomas.
hey,
go first.
Can I come in?
Come in.
Thomas.
One, Bafana did not walk off the field. And you are right that a rule was broken.
The rule of walking off the field was broken. Was broken.
Was broken.
And that rule has a clear sanction.
It says the referee must sanction.
No, it says the game is over.
The game is over.
It says you lose.
You lose,
in fact,
exactly.
You lose the match.
Yes.
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
It didn't happen on the day.
The referee did not apply that rule.
What's your final word?
My final word is, I think it's going to be, Senegal will not give the trophy away. that I'm 100% sure. There's a player in the group that made the statue, and he commented that his medal was melted, and he made some gold ring for his girlfriend, and
so it's not coming back.
So the medal is not coming back. So they can forget about that.
TK?
Yeah.
Are you shifting? Are you seeing the Moroccan side?
For me, I think Morocco blundered, and the Court of Arbitration will present the right
decision. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think for the interest of football and African football, I think at the end of the day, and I echo what Mamadou said, Dr. Patrice Motsepe has done everything he can to build the reputation of CAF and to rebuild the integrity of what our continent is in terms of how football is played and how we are regarded across the globe. And I hope that this situation does not interfere, because there's still so much football that we can present to the world, especially with the World Cup that is coming, and our teams will be there.
Mamadou, so many people on the socials say you're wrong. Senegal are champions.
Look, I am not going into that. My point is...
No, you need to go into that. They say,
yes,
they say you're wrong.
Because now it's in the hand of the Court of Arbitration. Today I was following the press conference of the Senegalese president. Yeah. They say they are going to take it to the Court of Arbitration.
Yeah. They say you are wrong. You, Mamadou, are wrong.
Justice will be done. But what I want to tell them, Africa is emotional, excited. People are going, most of them, the wrong direction, because for the first time, they have a president who is transparent, impartial, and who empower other people to do their job.
You are wrong.
That was lacking in African football over all these past decades.
You are wrong. You, Mamadou, are wrong. Senegal are champions.
I am totally right, 100%. And I think I commend the appeal committee for doing their job without any influence, any favor, any pressure. Thank you to countrywoman who is strong, impartial, courageous, like a true Nigerian.
Mamadou, you are surprising me. I think you have been settled. I think somebody has settled you.
He's on his way to France, eh? You're
gonna present the trophy.
We're gonna play Peru in a friendly game.
You're gonna parade it there.
And it's gonna be there. So it's gonna be a
You're presenting the trophy.
It can be everywhere.
The one that belongs to Morocco.
Look,
the Alp trophy.
Even CAF show its fairness by giving you the check. Your president mentioned it today.
We have the money already.
Say we received the check. If CAF had an agenda, why would they give the check to Senegal?
We send the money already.
I'm wrapping up the show.
But the appeal committee is the appeal committee.
I've run out of time. I'm so much deep in extra time. Lax, speak. Your CAF.
Thomas, in times like this, it's really easy to be despondent and really get sucked in and forget some of the wins and the strong achievements we've had as African football in the last 5 years. I think in our anger and excitement and emotions, we must not burn down the house. We have to protect the house that is the future of African football. We acknowledge the emotions because football is about emotions. But we have to guard against the fact that outsiders are also very jealous of what we have done in the last 5 years. No one wants to see an Africa that is financially independent. So everyone is going to see us when we are divided and work out those differences and exploit them. Let's not allow other people to get in between us. Let's focus on the future.
Thank you, Lax. September.